Dystopia update coming live and direct from my jardiniere, which I think is French for garden. It's definitely franglais, but for those of you that do speak French, le fuck. It's been another insane 24 hours in politics. Yesterday, there was quite a late announcement that Boris Johnson had been found guilty by the Privileges Committee of misleading the House, which means that he lied not only to his peers, but he lied to the entire country. There was a recommended suspension of over 10 days, which would have triggered a by-election in his constituency. So knowing that he was about to face consequences, he stepped down and then started crying that it was a witch hunt, which really irks me on many levels, because mostly there's no precedent for the subjugation of men like there is for women, and that phrase is associated with innocence, and the man is demonstrably not innocent. He tried to lay into Harriet Harman despite being outnumbered on the committee by Tories. There was I think 4 Tories on the committee. Now, despite being a liar, a mendacious cheat and swindler, Sunak has allowed him to publish his honours list, and he's allowed him to have an honours list. How do you give a man with no honour an honours list? He tried to get his dad, who was reported to have been a pretty nasty wife beater and very touchy-feely with the au pairs, allegedly, definitely, tried to get him a knighthood. Now, the people included on his honours list are Martin Reynolds, who was his principal private secretary, who sent out the Bring Your Own Booze invites during the height of the COVID pandemic. Another person mentioned on the honours list was the woman that was DJing at the party at number 10 the night before Prince Philip's funeral. But yeah, they're patriots, aren't they? There was vomit and alcohol strewn up the walls. Now they're trying to hide information from the COVID inquiry by accidentally on purpose dropping phones in the sea and taking action through the courts for their own fucking inquiry. They tried to run the country through WhatsApp for a reason. It was just another way for them to try and shirk accountability. Now, speaking of that honours list, Nadine Dorries resigned because she wasn't added to it. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she could even open a door without assistance. The woman is as thick as mince. Seriously, if she got any thicker, she'd set. But at least now she's stepped down, she can focus on what really matters to her, which is screaming "it should have been me" outside Boris Johnson's flat at 3 a.m. in the morning, clutching a bottle of own brand gin covered in her own vomit. Now, there's also a flurry of other MPs that are stepping down. Resigning and triggering by-elections. At this rate, if Rishi Sunak doesn't call a general election soon, he's going to end up losing his majority to by-election wins for Labour and Lib Dems, because we're going to target the shit out of those areas and we're going to encourage people to tactically vote. Yeah, and then we're going to do the same at a general election and eradicate the fuckers. But it's definitely one less thing that we don't have people like Boris Johnson and Nadine Dorries anywhere near the seat of power anymore. Frankly, it's terrifying that they were ever allowed to be in charge of a country. I genuinely would not trust either of them to look after a hamster. Nadine Dorries wouldn't know what it is, and Boris Johnson would try and shag it. So what we're watching at the moment is essentially the downfall of the Conservative Party in slow motion, and it is glorious. 3 resignations in 24 hours, 3 down, many more to go. Now, a lot of you often ask me, what can I do to help? Well, we're going to be doing a call to action soon. In the meantime, though, raise a glass and rest safe in the knowledge that you're seeing the dying days of the most corrupt government Britain has ever known. And we're not going to let them get away with what they've done. Their behaviour over COVID was disgusting. It was criminal. And the COVID bereaved deserve infinitely more than watching the people that let their loved ones die prosper. It's just been insult to injury for 13 fucking years. And they should face criminal charges for fraud, for theft of billions of pounds of taxpayers' money, for corporate manslaughter. Suffering a pandemic's bad enough, grief's bad enough. But knowing that the people in charge that were supposed to keep us safe were partying and thieving from us. No, mate. Keep your eyes peeled. We're going to need your support. Now, we all know that Boris Johnson is going to resurface like a body in the Thames because it's his route to power, connections and money. That's all he's in it for, and it's all he's ever been in it for. Now, it's okay to admit that you were conned by him, but if you continue to support this man, you're not doing so based on the facts or reality of the situation. Anyway, it's nearly game over. Fuck the fucking Tories. I'm so hungover.